Good morning, my loves. Happy Wednesday. Finally, it's Wednesday. It has been a long week. It is almost 5 a.m. here at the lake. The sun is starting to come up. It will be another beautiful, glorious day. The high today is around 80, that's kind of nice, getting back where we need to be. Interesting topic today. We're talking about excuses, justification, rationalizations, and why people don't accept accountability. Love the topic. Love to know your thoughts. My opinion now, just totally Brenda opinion here, but in most situations, we'll use my day job as an example because we deal with accidents all day, every day. Car accidents, motorcycle accidents, pedestrian accidents. Someone is at fault, right? You back out of your spot, you back out of your driveway, and you're hit. Someone is at fault. Two cars merge into the same lane. Happens all the time. Who's at fault? Somebody makes a turn in front of someone else. Somebody runs a red light. Somebody isn't paying attention. They're on the phone. They're eating. They're putting on their makeup. They're yelling at the kids. Someone is at fault. When the police show up, stories change. And that's when it gets interesting. Who is going to accept accountability? Are they going to rationalize, justify, and make excuses for what happened? So I want you to think about this in your everyday life. Do you accept accountability? If you accidentally, you're at work and maybe you have a shredder and you accidentally shred a report that you weren't supposed to shred, you needed it. What are you going to do? I'll print it out later. It wasn't my fault. Somebody else picked it up. Somebody else must have shredded it. Or do you own your mistake? Do you own up? What are you teaching your children? Because they live what they learn. What are you teaching them? Is it in your house? Is it the dog ate my homework? My sister tore it up. My mom threw it away. When in fact, they never did their homework. They were in front of the Xbox. They were watching a movie. They fell asleep. So, what's going on in your world? How were you raised? Were you raised to accept accountability? In my house growing up, oh, please. You accepted accountability. There were no excuses, rationalizations. No. You accepted accountability. If you messed up, you owned up. I raised my son the same way. He's raising my granddaughter the same way. You mess up, you own up. At work, if I screw something up, I will be the first one to say, hey, I will go to whoever and say, just so you know, I messed up. I did XYZ. I'm in the process of fixing it, or how do I fix it? What do we need to do? But that's what grown-ups do. You accept accountability and you fix it. Very simple. So let's stop with the excuses. Let's be responsible people. Let's teach our children to be responsible people in all aspects of life, whether it's at school, at work, at home, driving. Be accountable, be responsible. And if you blow something up, you screw up big time, it can hurt your ego more than anything else. It can bruise that ego because it hurts to say, I was wrong, I made a mistake. Does it? Because on the inside, you're doing the right thing and you should be proud of yourself. If your child messes up big time and they admit it, and maybe they get into trouble at school because they didn't get that homework turned in, they forgot about the term paper, the project, whatever. Okay, they have to face the consequences, but tell them, I'm proud of you for owning this, for taking accountability. That shows great maturity. And there are some kids that are more mature than the parents. I know people 20, 30, 40, 50 years old that do not accept accountability for their actions. It's everybody's fault except theirs. Maybe they have lived a life where they were enabled, where, oh, it's okay. That's just how they are. We don't want to give them responsibility. They're too young to do household chores. Honey, a child 2 and 3 years old can help pick up their toys. That teaches them responsibility. It teaches them to be helpful. So if that's part of their daily routine to pick up toys before they go to bed, and then they get a graham cracker or they get to pick out a favorite book to be read to them, great. That's teaching them accountability for their actions and the consequences for that accountability. You pick up your toys, you get to have your favorite story read. You don't pick up your toys, you might not get that story read. You do your homework and you turn it in, you get a good grade. You don't turn it in, you get a bad mark. Maybe you don't get promoted to the next grade. At work, you do your job, you do it well, you get promoted, you get recognition, you get a raise, you're well thought of by others. That's wonderful. In your relationships, are you accountable for your behavior? You come home from work, you're in a mood, and it happens to the best of us. You come home and you're in a mood and you take it out on everybody. Do you say, oh my God, I am so sorry. I had a bad day. I should not have taken it out on you guys. I am so sorry. Let's get ice cream. I'm sorry. My bad. And you give everybody a hug. Or do you, well, I had a bad day. What do you expect? Come on. It's not their fault you had a bad day. Accept accountability. If you're in an accident and you know it's your fault, you know you didn't have your blinker on, your turn signal, you know the light was yellow and was turning red, you know you were on your phone when you shouldn't be, accept accountability. Yeah, you may get a ticket, but you're being an adult. And to me, that's what counts. Accepting accountability for your actions, inactions, attitudes, behaviors, and the consequences. Teach your children accountability. It's a beautiful trait to pass on. And I think the world could use more of it right now. Instead of blaming everybody else for your problems and your issues and your worries, accept accountability. Are you creating your own problems? Are you adding to the situation, making situations worse? Accept accountability. I think it's something to think about. Have a great Wednesday. We all deserve it. It has been one hell of a week. It's got to get better. We're 2 days closer to Friday. Talk to you soon.